Genesis 2:2. God rested on the seventh day. Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath. Mark 2:28. In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. For 6 days the Almighty shaped the universe with his word, light, sky, land, stars, sea creatures, mankind. But then something peculiar happened. Genesis 2:2 declares, "And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made." God rested, not because he was weary, but because he was finished. And he blessed the seventh day. He sanctified it. He made it holy. So let this sink in. The very first thing God ever declared holy in the Bible was not a mountain, not a temple, not even man. It was a day, the seventh day. Now pause. Who dares claim the authority to override what God sanctified from the beginning of time? Who dares to reassign the holy to the unholy, or make sacred what God never blessed? Sunday keepers, tradition-driven pastors, skeptical professors, imams and priests, all of you who replace the seventh day with your own day of worship, here's your challenge. Show us one verse where God removed his blessing from the seventh day. Show us one line where Jesus himself abolished the Sabbath or transferred its holiness to another day. Now turn to Mark 2:28. Jesus speaks not as a servant, not as a reformer, but with divine authority. Therefore the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. Let's stop pretending that this verse means he came to cancel it. He came to rule it. Only the one who created the Sabbath could claim lordship over it. Genesis 2:2 says, God rested. Jesus says he's Lord of that day. So what does that make him? Let's connect the dots. Isaiah 45:18 tells us God is the creator. John 1:3 says all things were made by the Word. And John 1:14 tells us that Word became flesh, Jesus. Colossians 1:16 backs it up. For by him were all things created. So if Jesus created all things, and Genesis 2 says God rested on the seventh day, then Jesus is the very one who rested and sanctified that day. He didn't inherit the Sabbath, he authored it. Still think he came to destroy it? Read Matthew 5:17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Fulfill means to bring to full meaning, not to erase. Jesus didn't come to cancel the Sabbath. He came to live it, honor it, and restore its purpose. But look around today. Churches are packed on Sunday. Pulpits echo the lie that the Sabbath is for the Jews. Pastors boldly proclaim, we worship on the Lord's day, Sunday. Yet Revelation 1:10 never defines Sunday as the Lord's day. The only day Jesus claims lordship over is the Sabbath, the seventh day. So again we ask, who authorized this change? Certainly not Jesus. And if not Jesus, then not God. And if not God, then who? Church history tells us plainly, the change came from man, from Rome, from popes and councils who dared to tamper with God's timeline. But God warned us in Daniel 7:25 that a power would rise that shall think to change times and laws. The Sabbath was the law of time, and man has tried to change it. But heaven never approved. So to every skeptic, every clergyman, every religious leader, your tradition does not overrule divine authority. Genesis chapter 2 is still written. Mark 2:28 is still true. God has not changed, Malachi 3:6. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever, Hebrews 13:8. You say you follow Jesus? Then follow him where he leads, to the Sabbath, not just a day of rest, a divine signature in time, a commandment, not a suggestion, a mark of the Creator, not a relic of the Jews. If Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath, and you reject the Sabbath. What does that say about your allegiance? Choose this day whom you will serve.